show you how great I am.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. All social media is in the description box, and please hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. April 13th, 2019, part of the PBC Fox announcements for the first quarter 2019. Intriguing matchup as far as I'm concerned. Peter Kid Chocolate Quillin is going to be going up against Caleb Truax at 168 pounds. And I like this fight. I like this fight for both guys. It's a contrast in styles, but I feel like both guys are going to be right there in the pocket, and it should be an exciting fight. Now, I'm happy that Caleb Truax is getting a big name, a big opportunity, because I was afraid after he lost his title to James DeGill in the rematch that they were basically just going to send him back down to the prelims, basically. But he had one more fight after the DeGill loss. That was in, I think it was in August of this year, and got a W there. And now he's going to be coming back to fight Kid Chocolate Quillin. Caleb Truax, I mean, he's been, it was a surprise that he won the first time against James DeGill. And, you know, it was basically in DeGill's backyard. You understand what I'm saying? But Caleb Truax went in there and put it on James DeGill. You know what I'm saying? Put it on him, got the victory. Had the rematch in the States, and he ended up losing the rematch to James DeGill, even though I thought you could make a case for Caleb Truax winning that rematch as well. But it was a surprise because the previous fights before the DeGill fight, I mean, he lost all the big ones. You know, he lost to Anthony Durrell by TKO. He lost to Danny Jacobs by TKO. Even back in the day, he fought crazy ass Jermaine Taylor. And he lost that too. So Caleb Truax had a history of losing the big fight. So for him to make that turnaround against James DeGill was not only not expected, but it was refreshing to see. You always want to see the guy that's the underdog actually upset the main guy from time to time, man. And that's what Caleb Truax did, and he's going to try to do that again against Peter Quillin. Now, with Peter Quillin, I'm not going to fraud, man. Al Heyman ruined that man's career. Al Heyman ruined that man's career, and I'm a huge Al Heyman fan, but he ruined that man's career. Point blank, period. Like, they had Peter Quillin on the road to stardom. Had him on the road to stardom. Like, we all know him from the Hassan Endam fight. He knocked Endam down about 6 times. 6 times. That was at the Barclays Center too. And that's when he was really introduced to the world. Now, he fought Winky Wright before that, but Winky Wright was, you know, way past his prime. That was just a name. But then he fought Fernando Guerrero at the Barclays Center. Got that victory. Then the controversial fight with Gabe Rosado. Not in the sense of the decision, but basically Gabe Rosado was coming on towards the end of that fight, but he had that real bad cut. And they ended up stopping the fight. Peter Quillin got that TKO in that fight. But after that fight, and this is a long time ago, but Peter Quillin was a middleweight champion of the world. He was riding high. He was the guy with the power, had the lightning in the right hand. And he had a mandatory set up against Matt Korobov. Matt Korobov was not Al Heyman. He was not PBC. And they were trying to force a purse bid. Matt Korobov was with another promotional company. On top of that, Matt Korobov at that time was looked at as a dangerous opponent, a high risk, small reward type of fighter. And Al Heyman actually had Peter Quillin drop his belt. He had Peter Quillin drop his belt. That was the worst move for Peter Quillin. Because even back in the day, I thought Peter Quillin would have beat Matt Korobov. Like, a guy can be a high risk, small reward. But if you believe in your guy, if you think your guy's the goods, then you let him go in there and take care of business. That was the worst decision Al Heyman could have made for Peter Quillin. Because not only did he drop his belt, but he sat out for a long period of time. Now, I know he had some family stuff and things like that. But he literally sat out for a long period of time after that. And he fought Andy Lee. He got a draw. He came back. He finally gets a title fight against Danny Jacobs. And it was supposed to have been a huge fight at middleweight. It was for the WBA title. And he gets knocked out in the first round. We've seen boxers dropping titles to avoid mandatories. We've seen that before. And for some guys, it's not a big deal. Like James DeGale did that not that long ago. And nobody talks about it. And he's not chastised for it. But the decision to not fight Matt Korobov for promotional reasons and just business reasons, boxing politics, and to have him drop his belt, man, like it just killed his whole buzz, man. It killed his whole buzz, killed his momentum. And to be honest with you, ever since then, Peter Quillin hasn't been the same. Like, let's just keep it all the way 100. And I'm a Pete Quillin fan. Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't want to drop his title. But that decision really fucked up his career. We don't look at Peter Quillin the same. We just don't. He came back. He fought Jalen Love. He looked good in that fight, but Jalen Love, he is who he is. I don't dislike Jalen Love as a fighter. I just feel like he goes into the ring questioning his own chin. So you can't be at super middleweight and be super defensive. And that's what Jalen Love is. So Pete Quillin was able to get off. He ain't had to worry about anything coming back to him. Like Jalen Love, he fights scary in sparring, and he fights scary in an actual fight. Jab, jab, defense. That's what he does. Jab, jab, movement, defense. He don't never put no weight behind his punches. He don't have no killer mentality. He's fighting to not get smashed, to not get hit square on the chin. And you fight like that, you're going to lose. So I didn't put too much stock into the Jalen Love victory. At a particular time, you know, I said if Pete Quillin loses to Jalen Love, he needs to reevaluate his career. And that was no disrespect to Jalen Love, but I just felt like Pete Quillin was on another level. But this fight with Caleb Truax, this is a good fight for Pete Quillin. Because if Pete Quillin is the guy that we think he is, he should beat Caleb Truax. He should beat him. Hands down. Peter Quillin has the style. He has the power. And he has enough boxing craft to get it done against Caleb Truax. Now, Caleb Truax is he can be a difficult puzzle to solve. But this is a fight for Peter Quillin to win and for him to move forward and try to resurrect some of that momentum that he had prior to dropping his middleweight title back in the day. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.